So you feel like skipping productive and doing the good habits today on self-improvement? Visualize this. Close your eyes right now and let me tell you a quick story. It is a beautiful Sunday morning. You've just woken up, the sunlight hits your eyes, and you go downstairs. And there you find your beautiful mother. She has already loaded up the dishwasher, the washing machine full of your dirty gym clothes that are completely drenched in sweat, and you go over to her, and she gives you your breakfast. So you gobble it up like the unproductive goblin that you are. You don't even say thank you. And then comes your most favorite part of the day. You both make a dessert for your entire family. You spend the next couple of hours doing it while taking breaks in between. Like when you make the corpus and then you take like an hour-long break and then you create the cream that you put on top of it. Yeah. However, she starts to complain about her neck pain. Over the last couple of weeks, it has become more and more severe, and she doesn't know why, but for some reason, it has just gotten way too out of hand. And so your dad appoints her to a doctor. All of you say that, oh no, it's just gonna be nothing. You have nothing to worry about. Things like these happen all the time. It's most likely just the weather, and they're gonna give you probably some pills if it's too severe. So she goes, and she's there for around 40 minutes. You've expected her for there to be for like 20 minutes, because she promised you that when she will come back, he'll go to the KFC or something, so you can't wait for her to come out. It's been 40 minutes. It's been 50 minutes. And then, after 1 hour of painful waiting, she comes out crying. It has turned out that she has a tumor in her neck and that she doesn't have a long time to live. So it's best for her to stay at the hospital. And so she stays. And all of you, your dad, you, and your brother, you drive home, and it is this awkward, empty silence of all of you trying to process what has just happened. And then, over the next couple of months, you go to visit her after school, and you can see the life slowly draining from her. Her eyes becoming more ghostly, her skin becoming ever so wider because she barely gets any sunlight anymore. Her mental health becomes so shit because of all the people telling her about the fact that she's gonna die soon, and hearing about all of her other co-patients slowly dying too. And then one day, she kisses you for the last time. So then you leave, hoping that both of you will meet ever again. And then a couple of hours later, they phone you from the hospital and they tell you that she has passed away. Over the next couple of weeks, all of your family is shaken up. You barely talk to each other. Your father has so much more stress, not because of his wife dying in the first place, but because of making the funeral, which costs a lot of money. Your brother develops depression, and worse is, he's now a teenager, so he starts going out. He starts dating low-quality female women just to compensate for the lack of love that he didn't get to receive because his mother just died. And then there's you, waking up on that Sunday beautiful morning and going downstairs and having to load up the dishwasher, loading up the washing machine, and doing the dessert. yourself. You can open your eyes now, bro. I'm sorry if this visualization has made you cry, but imagine this. If you don't feel like doing this for yourself today, then please, do it for your mother. You don't realize just how much she has sacrificed. And yet, you still say that the 1 hour of video games is still better than working on your purpose for that 1 extra hour. What we've just done was a negative visualization, and it is by far the greatest motivation source that you can have on self-improvement. Because think about this. When you visualize this story, for example, you were so fucking grateful that your mom is still alive, right? Not because the story was so convincing, but just because that she actually still is here with us, right? So why don't you give her the biggest hug that you possibly can give? I don't know about you, but if this happened to me, you're damn right that in 6 months I would have built generational wealth from just her passing alone. And man, I'm not joking when I say that I would truly pay hundreds of millions, even billions of dollars just to see her in that kitchen again. And I bet that if you're still watching this video 6 minutes in, if you don't have a fucked up attention span, and if you truly seek out videos like these, then you agree with me. Suddenly, you realize that your mom has value of in the billions of dollars. She's the woman that gave you your life. She's there for you all the time when you need her. You can cry on her lap, you can constantly get advice from her. And yet, you still say that you want to play that one extra hour of video games, just because you don't feel like pursuing your goals and actually retiring her. Do you see how shameful this is? Doesn't this just make you feel bad? Your mother is working a shit job. Her neck fucking hurts, and not just her neck. Her fucking teeth also. It is this constant cycle, and good luck when the bad weather comes, because then it becomes 100,000 times worse. And yet you're still here, watching anime instead of reading books? Really? I'm gonna be totally fucking honest with you. I didn't want to make this video also. Do you know how demotivated, how undisciplined I was today? Do you know how much I wanted to skip this video? I didn't want to make it, and yet here I am. 8 minutes in, ranting about how ungrateful piece of shit you are. But it's not late for you. You can still fix this. So in this video, we will go over the 3 main reasons why you want to retire your parents and work hard on your missions. You already know how to motivate yourself based on that visualization. But also, I will give you the exact plan which you can follow to succeed in life, retire her, and have the option to make that quote-unquote dessert with her anytime that you want for the rest of her life. Because she would be retired and she will have enough time to do it with you. Reason number 1. You don't realize just how much your parents had sacrificed for you. Do you know how much they've spent in their shitty jobs? Not while they were, making money to build the house that you live in or saving up for the apartment that you live in right now, but also now. They sacrificed so much of their mental energy just to keep you going, just so that you can have the greatest life that you can have. Like for example, my mom gave up her singing career so that she could have me and my younger brother. Now granted, she didn't really like the singing career. It didn't really fulfill her, but still, imagine where she could have been if she stayed there. And yet she chose to have us, her family. Instead, she chose to leave the shitty job that she still works until today and have both of us, her children. That's why the story of her dying resonates with me so much. She sacrificed so much for us. So much of her mental energy, her strength, her willpower, her discipline. just so that I can make this video today and be healthy and grateful that I still have her. Now, of course, it isn't as extreme as for you, like how my mom gave up her singing career to have us. But still, just imagine how much of that strength she gave up, both physical and mental. Reason number 2. Your parents will live longer. Now, as you may know, the health standard of the Western countries has gone up, and people are living way longer than in the past, of course. Like, pre the Industrial Revolution, people will living until like the age of 40 maximum. Now they live until like 90. So just, if your mom is like 40 and you're like 16 right now, then she's gonna still live for another 50 years. So here's the thing. You can just spend 6 months of your life to working on yourself so that she can spend literally the second part of her life being retired for the rest of her life. And plus, her mental health would get so much better, meaning that she would actually gain even more of her life. Imagine if you retiring her 1 year from now would give her 10 years of life. Just like that. Because she doesn't have to work anymore. And not just her, your father also. Do you know how much stress he has because he's the only one who provides for your family? Imagine if you created a business that would help him in providing for your family. You would instantly give him like 15 years of life, just like that. Because their stress levels would go down instantly and their mental health would explode. And if you don't choose to retire them at the early age, then you're still gonna have this burden of them yelling at you to get a life for the next 50 years or something. So you might as well just go all out now, so that 2 years from now, you both can go on family vacations whenever you want because you have the money. And the third, and probably the best benefit that you can get from retiring your mother and working hard on yourself. Just imagine the woman that would come into your life when you retire her. You know, like the godly 10 out of 10 woman that you desire. And not just that, the respect from your family and your family members also. Imagine that a year from now, after you've worked on yourself for several months and you've built the fantastic business that retires her. Imagine that you go to this restaurant and all of a sudden you meet like your very distant family friend that had not seen you since you were like 5 years old. Just imagine how amazing that would look on you when your mom tells them that she's retired because of you, and yet the last time they saw you was like when you were 5. Dude, that feeling will be fucking amazing. And the respect from your elders also, like your grandparents, your uncles, your aunts, your cousins. If you're still watching this video, then you have to be at least better than the 99% of people in the world. Your attention span isn't fucked up, congratulations. You can actually sit down and work. And I bet that you're motivated as fuck to work now, after listing out all of these benefits and after the story also. So let me give you the greatest path that you can go on for the next 6 months to achieve financial, location, and time freedom. Now, just to be clear, I haven't been yet successful in what I'm about to tell you, but let me tell you, it is by far the greatest business that I've started in the last like 1.5 years. It is the most fulfilling, and I have the greatest hope and the greatest confidence that it will succeed, because I've seen it with many big other content creators. And let me tell you, this is the greatest way to stay fulfilled and to achieve financial, location, and time freedom in just 6 months, okay? So here's how it goes. You discover your purpose in life. Now, I'm not gonna go too deep into what your purpose in life is, but basically, it can be anything that feels authentic to you. Basically, any kind of skill that you can think about that you're naturally just better at than the 99% of people. It can be, for example, basketball, painting, I don't know, talking about the universe, being a teacher, being a policeman because you like to give orders to other people. I don't know. I have made some videos about purpose in the past, so you can go check them out. Or you can go read a fantastic book that I definitely recommend you to read. It's called Mastery by Robert Greene. So if you want to discover your purpose, go read that book. I guarantee you it will completely change your life. And then what you want to do, if your life's calling is to, for example, learn about history, then as you slowly make more and more progress in this skill, in your purpose, like for example, if your purpose is to learn about history and teach it to others, then every time that you learn about something new, you make a video about it, and then you post it onto YouTube. And you do this every time you learn a new battle, a new war that you can talk about and make a video about it. Then slowly, as you build an audience over the months, then you can sell them something. Like for example, you can help your dream customers to teach them about history and actually make them understand history. This is the power of social media. You can make money so easy because by uploading videos, you're bringing the attention to you so that you can directly sell the products to them. And if you do this correctly, then you can achieve financial, location, and time freedom in just 6 months. I believe that you can do it because I've seen many men in the past do it also. So let me tell you now, are you still demotivated on your self-improvement journey? Do you still want to take that day off? Do you still want to risk that your mother's neck pain will turn into a tumor that will slowly kill her? I bet not. So remember, your parents sacrificed so much, your parents will live longer. Imagine how cool it would be to have your mother retired. Always remember that visualization. Anytime you don't feel motivated to do the hard work, find your purpose and start posting videos about it. Okay? Thank you so much for watching this video, and remember, no one is better at being you.